How can the old karate masters have so much energy and live so long? Their secret is a special diet from Okinawa, the birthplace of karate. You see, Okinawa is only one of 5 places in the world that qualify as a blue zone, which means that they live longer than the rest of us, because their unique diet protects them from heart disease, stroke, diabetes, cancer, and arthritis. That's why they can practice karate their whole lives. And you can too if you follow these 8 steps. Number 1. Hara Hachi Bu. First of all, you have to stop eating once you're 80% full. The Okinawans call this Hara Hachi Bu. This is important because overeating stresses the body, which can lead to a ton of health issues down the road. Also, if you end up in a street fight, you'll be more ready to defend yourself if your belly is not full. At least that's what an Okinawan karate master once told me. Number 2. Vegetables. The Okinawans eat tons of vegetables, herbs, and legumes. This makes the diet high in nutrition but low in calories, and that is the key. For instance, sweet potato, or beni imo as they call it in Okinawa, makes up 67% of the traditional Okinawan meal. It effectively replaces rice. The complex carbohydrates of sweet potato makes it release energy slowly, allowing you to feel full for longer. It's also rich in vitamin A, C, E, and B6, which can lower the risk of heart disease. Next, soy-based food like tofu and miso soup are super rich in flavonoids and protein and have been proven to lower the risk of cancer and reduce bad cholesterol. Bitter melon, or goya as they call it in Okinawa, but this is actually a zucchini because I couldn't find a goya at the supermarket. It's not only low in calories, but also high in fiber and vitamin C, and it tastes super bitter. According to research, it may have both antiviral and anti-cancer properties. Seaweed. This right here is dried seaweed, and it's known to reduce blood sugar and regulate your insulin levels. It's also a great source of iodine, which is one of the most common deficiencies in the Western world. Common seaweed that you find in your supermarket are the wakame and kombu varieties. Just sprinkle some on top of your food. Next, turmeric is one of the most popular kinds of tea in Okinawa. It actually entered Okinawa through the spice trade from India. Scientific studies suggest that turmeric can prevent cancer cells from forming and has anti-inflammatory effects. It also slows the rate of dementia from setting in. Number 3. Eat more fish and less meat. Okinawans eat fish 3 times per week. This provides lots of omega-3, which improves brain function and lowers your risk of heart disease. When I lived in Okinawa, my favorite fish was saba, or mackerel in English, even if it's canned. But they also eat small servings of pork. At first, researchers ignored this fact, as they believed pork wasn't contributing to their longevity, since it's high in unhealthy fats. But then they discovered that Okinawans actually stew the pork for days, and then skim the fat off the top. What's left is pure, high-protein collagen, which is amazing for joint recovery. Personally, I prefer to eat more lean meat and supplement with collagen powder instead of spending days making a pork stew. Number 4. High proportion of low GI carbs. Like most Asian diets, the Okinawan food is high in carbohydrates, but also low on the glycemic index or GI scale. This means it doesn't cause your blood sugar to suddenly spike. And that's why a traditional Okinawan meal, of which 85% of the calories come from carbs, doesn't induce massive weight gain, because they eat carbs with low glycemic index. And guess what the most popular one is? You guessed it, sweet potato. They even make ice cream from it. Number 5. Vitamin D and calcium. Believe it or not, the Okinawan water has naturally more calcium in it. And when you combine that with vitamin D from daily sun exposure, it actually delays osteoporosis and helps the old karate masters maintain incredible bone density. This might be the reason why Okinawans have way less hip fractures than others. Vitamin D also helps with testosterone production, which improves physical performance. Number 6. Reduce dairy intake. Now this is a gray area. because many Okinawans are lactose intolerant. For this reason, they traditionally don't consume a lot of milk products. But in the West, we typically have a higher tolerance for dairy. And there are other blue zones that incorporate dairy as a longevity food. So if you want to consume dairy, just make sure it fits the Okinawan mold of nutrition over calories. Number 7. Consume moderate amounts of alcohol, or none. Because too much booze may actually reverse the effects of the Okinawan diet. The main benefit of alcohol consumption is actually the social aspect, which has been shown to contribute to a happier life. So if you want to drink with your buddies, do it in moderation, but don't expect it to improve your karate performance, health, or recovery. Number 8. Don't stop karate. No matter how clean your diet is, you have to keep practicing karate at an old age, because studies show that regular physical activity reduces stress levels and promotes cardiovascular health. So make sure that karate remains a habit, even in old age, and refuse to hang up your karate gi. That's what the old karate masters do, because if you don't use it, you lose it. Now let's summarize the 8 points. Number 1, Hara Hachi Bu. Stop eating when you're 80% full. Number 2, vegetables, herbs, and legumes, high in nutrition but low in calories. Number 3, more fish and less meat. Number 4, carbs with low glycemic index to release energy slower. Number 5, increase your calcium and vitamin D. Number 6, reduce dairy unless it works for you. Number 7, moderate amounts of alcohol or skip it entirely. Number 8, stay physically active. And if you want to learn more secrets about Okinawa, check out my other videos from the birthplace of karate. Thank you so much for watching. Train hard, good luck, have fun, and live long.